Hey guys, welcome to Guitar Education. So today we're going to do bends. So real simple. Bend is just when we play a string and then we bend the string up or bend it down. So first thing is the top strings you want to bend down. So if we're playing something up here, we're like. For obvious reasons, because if we're going to bend up, you're going to come right off the neck. And same thing with the bottom strings. The bottom strings you don't want to bend down, because they're going to also fall off the neck. Oh, see, it doesn't sound good. See, that was no good. Alright, so these you want to bend up, and these you want to bend down. So now the next thing is getting comfortable being able to do the bends going down and going up. You want to be able to do both equally as well, because it's important, especially if you're going to do something on the top string and then you want to match it on the higher string. You should be able to do it both ways. So if we're going, let's say, you want to be able to do that on the higher string too. Let's say another guitar player is doing this part, or you're just laying down another track. You go, hey, let me do that higher up here too. So then you can do both at the same time and lay those tracks together, and it'll sound really good. Now, another thing you want to be able to do is you want to be able to bend with each finger equally as well. So if we're bending with our first finger, and we got that, we want to be able to do it with our middle finger and our ring finger and even our pinky. So that way they all sound the same. It doesn't matter which finger you use to make that bend. So if you're playing something and you go, oh, I got to get to my pinky, but I want to do that bend there, but my pinky's the closest one to it. Well, you're good as long as you've been practicing with that pinky and doing that bend. You can get in there and get that thing. So it's really important that you can sit there like with one string and just bend that note with each finger, just like that. So that's a really good thing to practice. Now another thing is getting to the right note. When you're bending, you want to be able to play the note that you want to play. So you want to have control over this. So if we're playing this note here, so I'm playing the 10th fret on the B string, that's an A note, and we're playing an E minor, so I have this E, G, A. Now I can play this next note up, the 11th fret, which would be like our blues note. You hear that? And we could play it, or we could bend up to that note instead. Which sounds pretty cool, and it gives that little element that it makes it a little bit smoother, so it's not as choppy. You see? So, but what you want to be able to do is get to this note here. So we're going up to the 11th fret. We're going to play that note. We want to commit that note to memory, so we have it in our head. And then we go back down to the note that we're going to bend to get there, and we're going to try to match it from our memory. There it is. See? And this is good on a couple things. One, it does help your ear detect the differences in the notes better. And another thing is you get better control over your bends. So you don't want to just do it with the 1 fret up, but you want to do it with the 2nd fret up as well. So we hear that note, 12th fret. So now we're going to go back to 10th fret. And there it is. And also, there is a feel to the difference between doing a half step and a whole step bend. So you want to be able to control it, and even a step and a half. So we can go up 1, 2, 3, and come up here, and then even do that one. And we can actually go through all 3 of those notes. Now, if you're really daring, you could do 4. I don't think I'm going to make it, but there we go. So you can even do that one up there. I'm doing it on acoustic. I wasn't sure if I could do it on this one, but I can definitely do it on the electric guitar. So you want to be able to match that note. And really just practice going back and forth between playing that note and then trying to match it on the bend. So that's a really good thing to practice. Now, another thing we have is vibrato. And actually vibrato is just bending the string and unbending it rapidly. So we have this note here. And we're just bending it and unbending it. And that's all vibrato is. So it's a really good tool to use, but one thing you really want to do with vibrato is you want to have complete control over it. So one thing is you want to be able to play it slowly. But you also want to be able to speed it up. You see? Now on the electric guitar, there's a lot more sustain, so we can actually play that note and have it go on for a much longer period of time. On my acoustic, it's not going to last as long, so it's kind of hard to hear it slowly sped up and then slowed back down. But you could do that too. So we could play it slowly, then speed it up, and then start to slow it back down again. You're going to hear, right now you're going to hear more of the rubbing of the strings on the fretboard. But you get the idea, is you want to have that kind of control over the vibrato. Or you could do it slowly. Alright, so practice those things, and that should really help out with your bends a lot. Especially matching the note on the bend. You play that note and then match it. That should help a lot. Alright, thanks for watching.